What is up, everybody? Welcome to Perspective Gaming. I'm your host Flame078, logging in from the real world to give you perspective. Or more specifically, getting perspective. This video series tackles something that's been on my mind and I spell out my takes, then afterwards we have a discussion in hopes to better understand ourselves. Today's topic, Dr. Disrespect racism controversy. Let's get to it. Alright, so at first I was going to brush this topic over, but I think it's important to talk about this, and I've also been thinking about it a lot since it happened, so I kind of just want to get this out there and put this to rest, or at least get my opinions out there. Okay, first of all, if you do not know who Dr. Disrespect is, he's a popular Twitch streamer who really got big with PUBG. He does a lot of shooters and plays a lot of Battle Royale with H1Z1 and now PUBG. He had a bit of a scandal back in late December when he broke character and talked about his marital problems and then took a 2-month break. This month he came back and had record-breaking numbers during his first stream. Okay, cool. You're caught up now? Not great. Now here's the controversy.
On a story we covered back in December around Dr. Disrespect, one of the largest streamers on Twitch. He of course came out with that video near the end of the year. He broke character, he admitted to cheating on his wife. He went away for a little while, he then made a promo video, and he is back. And not only is he back, it appears he is bigger than ever. He came back this week, and at the peak of his live stream, he had 389,000 concurrent viewers. And it was a huge success for him. Massive viewership, huge donations. But in the midst of all this, there's another controversy around Dr. Disrespect, and that was pointed out by another creator by the name of Jimmy Wong. Jimmy tweeting, "Here's your venerable Dr. Disrespect, everybody." He clearly thought he crossed the line with cheating on his wife, but racism? Guess he finds that okay, and including this video.
I knew it! China number one! China number one! We are all from China! Everyone that I'm fighting is fucking from China because Daybreak don't know what to do! Said about This guy, I feel like this guy's from China right here. You can just tell, look at him. They're everywhere! Daybreak! You fucking idiots! You idiots! Wake up! Get him off the server!
Jimmy then following that up saying, just like the dope Logan Paul, the reason this racist behavior is unacceptable and dangerous is simple. Young and extremely impressionable kids adore these influencers. They learn their mannerisms, they copy them, and they perpetuate them between friends at school and at others. And there are many people that agreed with Jimmy saying that this is racist, it is, for lack of a better word, disrespectful. But we also saw people defending these actions. Some saying it's just a character, others saying that he's mimicking what people were doing to him. Specifically, you'd have Chinese players coming into North American servers and they'd just be screaming at you. And he was just mocking what he had been on the receiving end of.
Now I play this clip for one reason. One, I trust the Defranco show to be unbiased news coverage and to at least give me all the facts that I need to form an opinion. And two, I need to bring this up for a point later on. So yeah, here's that. But anyways, that's a situation and I honestly think it's bullshit. And this is gonna make me sound like a little bit like a right-wing liberal hater, but on this topic, I kind of am. What I hate most about bullshit like this is that it's assuming things and taking things out of context. I do hate political correctness, and I do hate having the words of the late Dave Chappelle.
Motherfuckers are so sensitive, the whole country is turned into bitch-ass niggas.
Here are the big breakdowns of the arguments against Dr. Disrespect. 1. He's being offensive to the culture and mocking them. 2. Little kids who watch him are very exposed and are vulnerable to his susceptible way of interacting with different kinds of people. So let's break it down. To the first point, let me give you context before you get your PC panties in a bunch. Like I mentioned, he's been doing this for a while, and the videos that he even highlights are a couple of years old now. Though, of course, there are newer ones for PUBG. I don't watch his streams, but I can gather what he's responding to because I have also experienced it, and I know the context of where this is coming from. These games are very popular in China, which leads them to come to North American servers. That in itself is not really a problem. The problem is that, 1, they don't speak English, 2, they have a high tendency of trolling other players, team killing, and worst of all is that they cheat. Not all, but a good amount. And now I know, listen, I may be sounding xenophobic right now, but hold on. Like I said, a majority of them cheat, but not all of them do. But this is not because they're bad people. You have to understand something when I talk about this. In China, the stigmas of cheating aren't as bad as they are over here, or in general as they are over here in English-speaking countries. Cheating isn't a big deal. It's kind of a norm, and little cheats like aim assist or stuff like that are not uncommon in the gaming space over there. That's just how it is. So please don't think that Chinese people are cheap because they're assholes. No, they just cheat because it's kind of like a cultural thing. It's like how we grew up thinking cheating is bad. Over there, they're like, oh, it's not too bad as long as it's not crossing a certain line. So with all that negativity, that's what Dr. Disrespect is responding to in those quote-unquote videos. Now the second point, protect the kids! Like, that is just dumb in itself, and I don't really need to go into explaining why. That is the same argument people think of making when they're trying to relate violence to video games and violence to movies. You know what research has shown there? Nothing. Because it's not related. Sure, kids are impressionable, but kids aren't fucking stupid. I also want to point out that there is a fine line between a content creator's responsibility to his audience and then overall being responsible to their actions that the fans do. But both of these points, in my opinion, are moot because of one thing. Dr. Disrespect is a fucking character. He has a real name, a real person, and a real personality that is not what he puts on stream. His name is Dr. Disrespect, for crying out loud. Did you expect him to care about your little brittle ears or spirits?
Bitch ass niggas.
Get it together. That's like getting mad at the actor who killed Shepard in Grey's Anatomy. You know, that asshole who didn't listen to the nurse to do something and that's why he died? Yeah, that asshole. Fuck that guy. Or hating the voice actor of Danzo because Danzo is the biggest piece of shit ever in anime history and he deserved to die the way he did and he's the worst being ever. Fuck him. See how silly that sounds when you try to blame the person responsible for a character for the character's actions? You sound and look really dumb. And people have the audacity to be saying, oh my god, it's his job, he has to be respectful. You wouldn't do that in your office, would you? No, I wouldn't, dipshit, but I'm also not pretending or acting to be someone else in my white collar job. Like, the fuck? Doesn't make sense. Of course I'm not gonna do it in my office. Like, that's such a dumb argument. Get a clue. Labeling him all these things does nothing but to fuel the fan base and to fuel perpetual stereotypes around this topic and create a cyclical cycle over and over again. He has a video response that he talks about a couple of things, and he goes on to slam Phil, you know, the guy who I showed the video clip for, and Jimmy, the guy who originally tweeted about. And I have to say before going on that his response and remarks to Phil, I believe, are uncalled for since Phil didn't really call him anything. He was just reporting in that video. So unless he said it somewhere else, I don't know. His defense goes on in saying he has a diverse friend group and that he's been playing sports and then he was exposed to different cultures. For which I admit is kind of ballsy, considering he's just doing the I have an X kind of friend so I can't be racist card. When you say it like that, they make it kind of hard defending that. But I get the intention for all intents and purposes, but I can't let that slide in terms of using that as a reasonable defense because that's dumb. At the very least, the point that he was trying to make is as follows. Being this involved in a diverse group playing sports leads you to a couple things that happens in sports in general. And I know this because I played soccer growing up. In sports, as you may or may not know, there's a lot of trash talking. And when things get heated, trash talking can get, offensive and or quote unquote racist. I've admitted, I'm pretty sure I've said some pretty fucked up shit on the soccer field to someone and, shit happens when I fight or whatnot. But at the end of the day, that person knows, I know, the rest of the team knows, and the people out there in the stands know that there's no bad intention in those comments whatsoever. We know it was just some talk, heat of the moment, and that's it. We moved on and lived our lives happily.
Bitch ass niggas.
Because trash talking is not racist or offensive. It's fucking trash talking. If you get offended by that, then again,
bitch ass niggas.
and again, all he was saying is what I'm saying. Taking shit out of context makes you look like an asshole. Do I think Dr. Disrespect is racist? No. Is he being offensive? I'm pretty sure he is, no matter what context that is. He is being offensive. But that's his job. He decided to put on this persona, this character of Dr. Disrespect on his Twitch stream. That's what he does, that's what people like about him, that's why people watch him. The minute he starts caring about offending people is the minute that Dr. Disrespect dies. People like Jimmy need to get a clue and context before running their mouth, that's all I'm saying. Now, I do have a lot of other things to say about political correctness and how that is affecting the video game landscape, but I need to save that for another video because I need to still work on some of my points for that. So stay tuned and I'll make a follow-up to this very video. Woohoo! Look at that, you reached the end of this video. I'm glad you tuned in for this week's installment of Getting Perspective. What are your thoughts of Dr. Disrespect? Who do you think is right, Jimmy or Dr. Disrespect? What are your thoughts? Whatever that may be, tell me your answers in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. I am moving to a weekly set release schedule, so come back each Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern to watch another video. If you like the videos I put here, please hit that subscribe button and I would be happy to hear suggestions on anything I talk about. If you do have suggestions, follow me on Twitter. My handle will be in the description box down below, and be sure to use the hashtags GettingPerspective and PerspectiveGaming. This is Perspective Gaming. I'm your host Flame078, logging off for now, and until next time, adios.